Another video here on the Underground Reaction. Thank you for tuning in. For those that are watching, I know we don't got many views and many subs, but we're working on this. I'm just really what I'm doing here, I'm just commenting, reacting to certain things, and also bringing information that's already out there to folks that might not have seen it or might not be tuned into it, but might be interested in it. And this right here today is another video surrounding the whole Tupac murder investigation and everything that's involved and everything tied into it, all the ins and outs. Right here, we've got an interview with P. Diddy, Puff Daddy's old bodyguard, Gene Deal. Now, Gene Deal's been very vocal about all this for more than 20 plus years. I've been following Gene Deal off and on for the better part of 20 plus years, ever since the Tupac and Biggie documentary that came out over 20 years ago, right? I've been following him since then because he seemed to be real honest, and he was there the night Biggie was shot, and he was also present with Puffy a lot behind the scenes, and he saw a lot. Therefore, he has a lot of information that he's been talking about, and it's very eye-opening, and it's just it's crazy when you just pay attention to everything he's saying. Now, in this video, he's going to give us a lot of information about Jimmy Henchmen and all this, and we're just going to get into it. Behind the scenes of P. Diddy, knowing that Pac was going to get shot at Quad Studios, the whole nine. Let's go, and I'm going to give you this reaction as we go through the video. Let's get into it.
How do you know for sure that Puffy and Andre Harrell knew that Tupac was going to get set up at Quad Studios?
I never said that he was going to get, they knew he was going to get shot. I said they knew he was going to get dealt with. You understand?
Real quick, that's what I like about Gene Deal. When people say things or try to quote him and it's not correct, he checks them right off the jump. Let's go.
But that ended up getting Tupac shot by his actions. Tupac was there to get robbed. You understand? All right. Tupac was there to get robbed. He owed Jimmy Henchman some money. He was refusing to pay Jimmy Henchman the money, so Jimmy Henchman said he could work it off by doing an app.
Now, see, anybody that knows Jimmy Henchman, he was connected for many years through Puff Daddy. He's a big-time street dude in New York. I think he's dead now, but he was a big-time street dude in New York that was connected to Von Zip, who Von Zip was connected to Keefe D, and Von Zip made the connection between Diddy and Keefe D. That's how Diddy was able to have the Southside Crips at his shows and basically as security every time he came to the West Coast. Remember, Jimmy Henchman and Von Zip were close.
Song with little Sean or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So now, check this out, brother. Puff was there to spy on Big. You understand? What did Little C say? I didn't even know Puff was in the studio. So how they could see Little C's, they could see Tupac out the window coming in the building, but they don't know Puff is there in the studio.
You see that? Because Puff didn't want anybody to know that he was at the studio, because he was there to make sure that whatever was going to happen to Pac happened. Let's go.
Did you ever think about that? Why does Puff stop by Lil C's new session? He want to catch Big writing for them. He want to catch Big's doing songs with them so he could prove. And now he got Andre Harrell with him as a witness.
Backstory, because Big did not want Puff to know that he was writing Junior Mafia and Little Kim shit, because Puff already had took him for his publishing and he wasn't getting paid off of it. And so he was bullshitting, lying to P. Diddy about it, about, you know, that he wasn't writing Junior Mafia shit and he wasn't writing Little Kim shit. So that way Puff wouldn't steal that from him as well.
Do you understand me? They go see Jimmy Henchman. What do Jimmy Henchman tell him? Andre Harrell can't stand fucking Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Puff
can't
stand
stand Tupac.
Yep.
What do you think the conversation with Jimmy Henchman and Andre Harrell and Puff in that office when they know Tupac is coming up there?
Think about that. 3 motherfuckers that cannot stand Puff. Cannot stand Tupac. P. Diddy, Andre Harrell, and Jimmy Henchman. All in a room together before the Quad Studios shooting. They know that Tupac's going to Quad Studios. What do you think they were talking about?
Please. Hold that thought.
Don't take a rocket scientist.
I'm about to straighten this little nigga out. He gonna stop talking reckless to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got somebody that's gonna tighten his ass up. What they didn't know was, in tightening Pac up, if you come to bring some,
you're gonna get some.
You're gonna get some.
And see, that's the difference between Tupac and a lot of rappers. That's the reason why he was beloved, was his track record. The shooting of the 2 off-duty cops that were beating up the innocent black man, the corrupt cops, when in Atlanta, when he shot those 2 off-duty cops and he got away with it. Pac was known as an aggressive dude. He was known to stand up for himself, stand his ground. Pop was a fucking man. He wasn't just a fucking rapper. That's what we loved. Us Tupac fans, that's what we love about him.
That's what I like about that little nigga.
That's right.
If you bring some,
you're gonna get some.
You're gonna get some.
And that's what comes with Pac.
And end up Pac getting shot like that.
Uh-huh.
It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. I don't care what nobody say. I'm around certain people that tell you certain things.
Gene knew.
Do you understand me? Zip and Jimmy Henchman was like this.
Yep. Zip is the one who connected Diddy to Keefy D, because Zip did business with Keefy D on the black market. I won't get into that, but everybody knows. You see how the connection was made? Jimmy Henchman and Zip were like this. They were tight. Von Zip is the one who connected Keefy D to P. Diddy.
Jimmy Henchman knew a lot of people. Jimmy Henchman was a good dude. I don't give a fuck what other people say. He was getting it in the business. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
I didn't have no allegiance to him, but I knew people that was close to him. And when they come out, and all the information come out, Big them didn't even know that Puff was in the damn studio.
He was spying.
Why?
He was spying.
Why? If you got your artist up in the studio, why you ain't stop by the studio and holler at him? Why is Andre Harrell and Puff in Jimmy Henchman's office?
Mm-hmm.
And not in there
with Big.
Where they, Bad Boy, not Bad Boy, but Lil C's them is recording it. Or even letting them know they in the studio. Shh, don't let them know we here.
Andre Harrell, what was his beef with Tupac? I never understood that.
Andre Harrell was a big-time record executive that was real tight with P. Diddy, as well as others in the game. He's very well known and he was very well respected. But when it came to Tupac,
I disrespected him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys are spooky. Let's just say that.
Scary motherfuckers. Remind you of anyone? Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Diddy. He's talking about Diddy and Andre Harrell. A lot of these guys are spooky as fuck. You spook them, you disrespect them, you scare them, they won't fight with you, but they'll backdoor your ass. They'll pay motherfuckers to do the job for them. Weenie ass, coward ass motherfuckers.
A lot of those guys are spooky, and if you don't play the games that they play, they alienate you. And I think Pac was real disrespectful to Andre Harrell before. And they fell out. Because certain of those guys feel like you can't be talked to a certain way.
Yup. That's right.